Hello, guys. This is Jay from the 0161. What you didn't see is we've just been like 10 minutes into the interview and the fucking light bulb went in the room. So we had to start again. Yes, so tonight I'm joined by Chayce, Danie and James from the amazing Forever in the Making. So cheers, guys, again. Thank you again. It's hard to say hello again when you've already said it once. Thank you for joining us. Okay, James, I'll go straight to you. Just give us a quick, brief history of Forever in the Making. Thank you.
I'm getting deja vu here. It's like I've done this one.
You've done this before?
Yeah. So we've been going since, I think it was 2013, when me and Craig, who's the other guitarist, and our old bassist, we were all playing in 3 different bands that were gigging around the Midlands mainly. Right. And all the bands just sort of ended up splitting up at the same time, just by chance. So we just decided to keep going, sort of getting, Craig going, look, I'm going, still want to keep playing. Do you fancy coming and jamming for a bit? So it started off just like that, basically, just jamming some songs in a garage or like a mate's bedroom or whatever. Yeah. We had a few different, people come in, a couple of vocalists came and went, and drummers came and went or whatever. Eventually we got Danie, and then the sound kind of solidified more to what it is now. Then Jed on drums, and then more recently, even though it feels like it was because of the lockdown, it feels like it was yesterday and 4 years ago, we got Chayce as well. Yeah.
Next question. What influenced each one of you to pick up your choice of instrument, starting with Chayce?
Well, it was quite an obvious one for me, Bullet for Valentine, because Matt Tuck is my bae. Yeah. And then Partway Drive, In Flames, Silverstein, bit of Enshikari.
Brilliant. And Danie?
Yeah. It's weird saying it all again.
I think you like Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
I think you like Freddie Mercury, don't you?
You know what? How did you guess that? That's so amazing.
That's weird.
Maybe it was him that turned the lights on.
Maybe it was. I came from like a totally girl band, boy band, pop and musical theatre background, but the first sort of like rock that I got into and remember hearing from my parents and my grams and granddad and stuff was Freddie Mercury and Queen. It just always stuck with me.
Yeah. And you like boy bands, don't you? And girl bands.
Yeah, I love a boy band.
I won't do the 5
Do you know what my favourites are? My favourites are 5.
Are they?
Yeah.
Funnily enough, we tried to book them for a headline metalcore, deathcore show, and it was a no-show. It was a no-show. They wouldn't do it. It was like, no, there's only 3 of us, and we're not playing a metalcore gig. I was like, right, see you then. And James.
That's just a letdown on their part. Mark, even though he's not someone that really influenced my writing or my playing style, it was Eddie Van Halen, because the guy's just so fucking cool.
Yeah.
That's
I forgot about his loss. That's
like he was just like, he was so good. I was listening to a bit of rock music before then. Like, actually, really, the first album I ever bought was Hybrid Theory. So I was still into metal and but I wasn't like interested in playing anything. I just enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And then when I heard Eddie Van Halen, I was like, this guy is just so fucking cool.
Yeah.
I just wanted to be Eddie Van Halen, and I'm not. Funnily enough.
You need to get a drill out, pal.
Yeah.
That's just a disappointment on your part, really.
Oh yeah, you've let us all down.
I know.
You have to improve. Now, something obviously, as you know, I spoke to Unearthed Gaffer, Liam, last week.
Big man.
Yeah, the main man, the boss. And apparently, you guys have a bit of a cover song that's in the making. Something that he nearly let slip last week.
He did, yeah.
I'm sure he's told you about that.
Yeah, he nearly.
Nearly. Not quite. I tried to get it out of him, but he just didn't let it go.
We can't ruin this. We've been working on this for anyone that's seen us over the years. We have been playing it for quite a long time. We just hadn't played it recently.
Right.
And we finally decided to actually make a go of it in a cover. So some people will have heard it before.
Yeah.
Some people will have heard little previews on our Instagram and whatever, as we've got edits back. But yeah, we will tell him off for almost letting it slip there. We've been working on it for too long to let it slip now.
Yeah, you can't do that. Is there any sort of like without giving too much away, any like teasers for people that haven't seen you before?
We haven't got a teaser yet, but
or a clue or some sort of clue.
It's a throwback tune.
Okay.
Early noughties pop, and it's a song where you go, "Oh shit, I forgot that song existed. This is a banger."
It's not 5, is it?
No, it's not 5.
It's not 5.
Or 3, or whatever they're called now.
Or 3, yeah. Obviously, with the COVID, obviously kicked in last year. How many events have you had cancelled since the lockdown last year? Have you had quite a few gigs or festivals cancelled?
Yeah.
I don't even know how many, because some have been cancelled and some have been like postponed indefinitely. So yeah. I don't even know how many. Luckily, at the time, we didn't have a lot booked in anyway, because we'd been without a bassist. So we literally got Chayce maybe around the same time as lockdown. A couple of weeks before, we'd only had one rehearsal with him.
Yeah.
So we hadn't actually booked in loads of gigs for that time. But since we'd started booking them in for September, October, November, they were all gone.
I think you had one. I'm pretty sure we had one booked with you at the album.
Yeah.
It's like an unearthed idea. Yeah, which obviously got it.
Yeah. I think there was 1 or 2 that we were trying to get on with you, but it just ended up COVID and
COVID stuff. Yeah. Obviously, I know we've come to you about this before, and obviously, I know you've not been able to do it. But what's your view on the social distanced or live stream events? What do you guys think of them?
Well, Chayce, you've played a socially distanced show already, haven't you?
He played at Whittles, was
Yeah.
Like, my view of it is like the show that I did with obviously other band. Like I thought it went down really well, and it worked really well. The fact that everyone's just sat at a table, it was quite a weird experience.
Yeah.
But I think it works really well still, and it still felt like a gig. And if anything, it was better because the room was sold out. Which I'm used to playing to like 10 people, but there was like a whole packed room. So I don't mind it. I'm just want it to get back to that stage. Obviously we're in like tier bloody 66 or something.
Yeah, exactly. Don't even know what tier we're in anymore.
You know what I mean? Star Wars Empire Order, Execute Order 66 sort of thing.
And Danie and James, what do you guys think of the social distance live stream events? Are you for it, or do you need a live crowd?
Oh, I'm totally for it.
You go first.
Yeah, I'm totally for it. It's one of those where obviously you want to be playing in front of a live crowd.
Yeah. Because
you get as much as you get an energy off the crowd as well. Like there's nothing better than when you're playing a show and seeing people, especially when it's people you don't know, like just punters.
Yeah.
That are really vibing what you're playing and liking it and moshing or whatever it might be. That's amazing. But if you can't do that, next best thing. Like I've seen not even just in the metal thing. Like I've watched loads of live stream comedy gigs.
Yeah,
which have been great over lockdown.
Yeah,
all these metal shows. Like I haven't played any social distance shows, and we were going to do this live stream, obviously with yourself, but then Boris said no.
Yeah.
So I think they're a great idea. I think it's a good way to keep active, to keep going, to keep putting yourself out there, to keep people listening to what you're doing, without just regurgitating, "Hey, we recorded this thing ages ago when we could record. Please listen to the same song again." You can actually do it live. Do it live, even if it's not quite fully live, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And what about you, Danny? As a singer, is it can you play to a camera in your face, or do you need people in front of you?
I feel really weird about it, because at one point of me it's like I can't wait to get back to shows, and I'm really up for doing it. I really want to come and try it. But at the same time, it's been that long for me without a show now that I'm actually really nervous about when we actually go on stage again. And I've always found talking to an audience a little bit awkward anyway. I'm not dead comfortable with it. So I feel like if you're live streaming, I'm not really sure how that would feel until we actually do one. I don't know how I'd feel about it.
Yeah.
Whether I'd just feel like you can't connect properly, or whether I'd just be really excited to be playing a show again.
Yeah,
it's a weird one for me. I would like to give it a go though.
Yeah, well, hopefully we can. I mean, I'm guessing we're going. There might be a good chance we'll be doing a few more. With the lockdown and stuff like that. Obviously, you've had the events cancelled, all the gig stuff and all that cancelled. is give you more time to write new stuff, come up with ideas. So what have you guys been working on, and what you're looking at releasing in the future?
We've been writing a few songs. We're doing that thing which I'm sure you and anyone else there that's in a band or writes their own music does, where you write 3/4 of a song and then start a new song. So we've got so many songs that are 3/4 finished, like loads.
Yeah.
I think last time I counted was about 7. I think
there's going to be a whole 3/4 album.
Yeah.
So what it will be is just like 2 minutes 15 seconds of a song, and then it will just stop dead.
And it
But
won't
there'll
actually
be an album worth,
because we might have an outro and a chorus and a mid-late, but not a first verse. So you're gonna have to deal with that. No. So basically, I think the idea is when we can, we're gonna try and record a video for this cover, this super secret cover.
Yeah.
Release that, and then off the back of that, release some more original stuff. Get those 3/4 songs fully finished.
Yeah.
And then release some stuff off the back of that, as and when that'll be. I have no idea.
Yeah, just whenever.
I know that Craig is a really big like traditionalist in that he wants us all to be in a room together, sat down, collectively writing.
Yeah.
So I think even though he's not here, I think he would agree that that's been quite a struggle, that we can't even meet up, even if we're not playing shows. We can't even really meet up and just jam and just see what happens.
Yeah.
But hopefully soon enough we'll be able to actually finish off all these 3/4 songs.
Yeah, no, brilliant. Just give us a little bit of just to round it up, give us a little bit of brief history about how you came to get with Unearthed, and how what they're doing, what they've done for you, and how good they are.
Well, I think I'll take lead on that. Like, basically, I suppose at a weird time, I kind of joined Beyond Your Design, and they were already signed to Unearthed. So I guess it was kind of like one of those things where, like, I then joined Forever in the Making, and like I was in talks with Liam and so on, and like basically Liam was just like, "Oh, I'll approach you guys, your other band at some point." Basically, that's kind of essentially what happened, isn't it? Really, and then basically we then decided and discussed it between us and went from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we were at a point where before our old bassist left, where we was thinking that management was going to be the next step for us anyway.
Yeah.
So when Liam approached us with it, and we've gigged with him for years and years, and we've got a good experience with him with Altfest and him putting us on shows. So we already had like a relationship with him. We weren't in the position to think, oh, shall we not? Sort of like bit his hand off. I really was like, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
This is the next step for us. It's just a shame that COVID's come along and it is limiting what we can do, but he has got quite a few gigs, fingers crossed, lined up for us this year. Potentially a weekend kind of mini tour. It's really exciting because it's something that I've never done before. I've never been in a band before this one, or had management, or and never done a weekend or anything, so it's really exciting.
He does do a lot. I mean, looking at it, I mean, me and Liam and Unearthed work together quite a lot. I mean, the guy does do a lot for the band. You can tell he gets a lot of events, pushes a lot of the, all you guys, whatever you release, whatever you're doing, pushes it out there. So obviously, you can see it's an improvement for the bands. There's no downside to joining Unearthed and having Liam as a manager. It's all positive.
No, like there's no way, especially with COVID, like there's no way we'd have been able to get anywhere close to the amount of shows that we could potentially play. Without him. Like I say, we've got quite a lot lined up in the sort of spring, early summer, hopefully.
Yeah.
That just shows we wouldn't have been able to get otherwise. Yeah. Basically.
No, that's fair enough. So yeah, just before we go, just let people know. I know it's tricky at the moment because we don't know when actual gigs can actually properly start. But looking at the events that you have got booked, where do you realistically think that you'll be able to start your gigs, and where will people be able to see you?
That's a tough one. So, like I said, we've got quite a lot booked sort of April, May-ish.
Yes.
At the moment. We have got some shows provisionally booked beforehand, but if I'm honest, I don't think they're going to happen realistically. Yeah. I think they're likely to get moved before we even announce them. So, hopefully April. I know we've got one, although
there's the like date
one to be a bit. Yeah, we've got one. Sorry, go on, James.
I was going to say there's like one near the end of January, but that's probably going to get cancelled. And then I think there was one in Feb that I think is going to get rescheduled. And then there's funny enough, there's the Bolton All Dayer, which I believe is in April the 10th.
Yeah, I think we moved it. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's probably our next show potentially if we're allowed.
That's the one we realistically think could, if anything happened, that's the one that's likely to be the first one if they're allowed to happen.
Yeah. I mean, it does rely on people getting vaccinated. You know, obviously without the vaccine, people, we can't mix. We just nothing we can do.
Yeah.
But anyway, hopefully, guys, hopefully the April one happens.
Yeah.
Hopefully we see you, because we're dying to see you live. We're dying to get you on the 0161 to play.
I'm dying to play on stage with these guys.
We're dying to come up there. We're dying to come up there.
Well, obviously, we keep pushing you guys and stuff like that. Obviously, people love you, people have checked you out and stuff, so it's all good. So people can't wait to see you. So
we're dying to come up there as well. You can see, like, especially in your group and the Facebook page and everything, like, there's so much going on all the time. Like, we're dying to actually get back out and come up there and actually see these people for real.
Drink a beer with them. Yeah, nice one. Okay, well, Chayce, Danie and James, thank you tonight. Cheers for joining us, guys. And
thanks for having us.
Hopefully we'll see you soon. And thank you. So make sure you check out Kevin Yates' reaction page, and you'll see that he plays your track on there.
Yeah, we'll go get it on right now.
Nice one. Cheers, guys. Thank you very much.
Good night.
Cheers.
Bye.
Thanks, guys.
Bye. Bye.